Hello everyone, sorry I'm driving whilst I'm introducing this video. I was planning on not driving and just being sat and talking, but I pressed record and I started driving, so this is my introduction to today's video. And I thought I'd do a drive with me because
hold me close till I get out.
Anyway, welcome to today's video. I'm going to the Trafford Centre, which is about a half an hour drive. Literally, probably not even half an hour at this time, to be fair. What time is it now? 12:06. I've literally just left my house. Oh, I'm trying to get a good angle, and then my phone thing that you're on has just fallen off. So we're just going with it now. You might slide around because you're not attached anymore, but we'll see. The motorway will be a bit more smooth for the ride, but I'm just going to record the whole thing because if you've ever been in the car with me, let me tell you, it's an experience that you should all want to experience. I just popped in the shop to grab a Pepsi Max for the journey because I thought when we're chatting a lot, I've got a bottle of water as well, but you know, cheers to the drive with me, everyone. And which way am I going? Where the hell am I going? Oh, I need to be in the other lane. For God's sake, Hallie, what are you doing? What are you doing? One thing I thought, this needs to be told on the drive with me. Yesterday, I was having a swimmingly good day in the morning until I get to the petrol station. I had, as I was saying, yesterday, I go to the petrol station, I literally had 6 miles in my car left because I hadn't filled up properly. And I was like, right, I'm going to fill up properly today. I'm going to fill from brim to rim. From brim to rim, yeah. Filled up from brim to rim, right? Put the pump in my car, started to fill up, my car doesn't let me fill up anymore. This is what I remember anyway, because it was all a bit of a blur. I stopped filling up my car anyway because something happened and I looked. Bearing in mind, I have a diesel car, petrol in my car. Why the hell did I pick petrol up? But not even a pound worth, it was like 76p's worth of petrol in my car. And I thought, oh my god, what do? I'm gonna have to put diesel in. So I tried to swap the pump over. I don't know why it would let me do that. Anyway, I tried to do it anyway. It didn't work. And not only did it not work, but my fuel cap, like where you put the tube in, like the pump in, and it opens up to the, like the fuel tank, it capped it off with like this yellow cap, so I couldn't even get like my pump all the way to the end. So I was like, what am I gonna do? I can't even put any fuel in it. So I thought, right, I'll like shut my car off and open it again and it should be fine. No, it wasn't fine. So obviously I had to ring my knight in shining armour, my dad. Anything to do with my car, I pick up the phone and my dad is the first one who I picked the phone up to. He didn't answer and I was like, oh my god, so I rang him again and he answered. Anyway, I told him what happened and I said, should I drive my car away from the pump, because I had to go and pay for the 75p's worth of fuel or whatever it was. Then my dad said, no, don't drive it because there was that little diesel in it, it would have run on petrol. He said if there was like, I had half a tank and I was just filling it up, it'd be okay because the petrol would have kind of diluted in the diesel, so it would have been fine. Anyway, so I couldn't move my car. So I'm just sat there, so I had to run in and grab a drink. Bearing in mind, my nephew sat in the back of my car fast asleep. I thought, thank God he's asleep. The reason why I went to this specific petrol station as well was because it was a little bit of a further drive from where we'd just been and he was falling asleep, and I thought, if I get out of my nearest petrol station, he won't be asleep yet. So I went to a further one and then put petrol in my car. I don't know why I did that. Moral of the story, then my dad came. I had to put a cone behind the car. Then my dad came, popped it with, I don't even know what he popped open the yellow cap with, and I just had to fill my car to the brim with diesel. I thought, who actually does that? I'm so lucky that I didn't put more than even a pound in because it wasn't even a full litre. Honestly, mortified, absolutely mortified. I thought, why would that happen to me? That just would happen to me. That just sums up my life. Then I get home. I forget to tell my dad that I'm home because he told me just to make sure I'm home. My nephew woke up as soon as I got home, which is fine. And then I go in, deal with the animals. I come back in the living room and there's cat stick on the floor. take half an hour for a Monday, okay? She had 5 cars. Who has 5 cars? Who has 5 cars in like 5 years? No one. Not one person I know has had more cars. And actually, one of her really good friends, she had a lot of cars at one point in a year, like one after the other. That was like me this last year. So my first ever car was a Nissan Micra. It was my fate. I loved it. I was so proud of myself because I saved up for so long and bought that all on my own when I was 17. Then I got a Ford Fiesta, and that car was an amazing car. Like, nothing crazy. It was just a beautiful, very good to drive, perfect car that realistically I shouldn't have got rid of, but I did. Because I had a bump in it. Someone went into the back of me. And then I had a courtesy car that was a Corsa, and it was like a brand new Corsa, and I was like, oh my god, this brand new car is so good, like with Apple Play. It was just, I just loved the inside of it. And I got my Fiesta back and I was like, I hate it now, I don't want this car anymore. So then, stupidly, well not stupidly, I'm glad I did it now. My dream car, always, one of them, was a Mercedes GLA. Loved them cars for years. I love Mercedes. I just love the whole vibe of them. So I was going to get a Mercedes GLA, and I did, but I got the new version. So I got the new shape because in 2021 I've always said in my head for years I want a Mercedes by the time I'm 21, like from the 21st I want that to be my goal, and I did it. I did it in the May, I think it was, and my birthday was in the July, and I got the new shape Mercedes. My boyfriend's dad actually sorted it out for me because he works for BMW and obviously knows people, so he helped me get that car, which I'm very grateful for, and it was perfect. It was white, it was like a diamond white, so like when you looked up close it like glistened. It was all brand new. It had like no miles on the clock. It had literally about not even 20 miles on the clock, I don't think. And I loved it. It was automatic, I had Apple CarPlay, it was just mwah, best car ever. I loved it. But the price that came along with that, obviously I was happy to pay it when I first got it. As time went on, I just thought, all this money I'm paying for this car, I could literally save that money for a couple of months and book a holiday with it. I was just like, what am I doing? I don't want to be paying this much anymore. So I thought, I'm going to see what I can get for it, and if I can do it. So I looked, and I actually was making money on that car if I sold it, because the car prices shot up in 2021 like ridiculous. So I made money on the car, and I was like, this is a no-brainer. I can get the money and buy a car. So I did that. I gone from Mercedes GLA, a new one, to a Mercedes A-Class. It was a few years old, it's the same year as this. And it was automatic, loved it, all black inside, dead sporty. I loved it, like, loved it. I had it 2 days, and the gearbox was absolutely ridiculous. Even on the day that I test drove it, and then I think I picked it up the week later, went with my sister, my mum and dad were away. That is the traumatic part of this story, because my dad's always there. My dad just knows, like, if my dad's not with me, then anyway, picked up the car. I was driving home, and I was like on the motorway at 50 miles an hour. The car was like I don't know, it just wouldn't go any faster. My foot was literally like on the floor with the accelerator, and it wouldn't go any faster. And then it'd like jolt, and then it'd speed up, and it was weird. And it'd do it at about 26, 27 miles as well. So I'd obviously be picking up my speed. Like just driving normally on a 30 or 40 road, and it would just like judder at 26 and wouldn't go any further. Anyway, something was wrong with it, and then it wouldn't reverse. Like, obviously it wasn't a manual, it was an automatic, so the car just wouldn't reverse. It'd go into reverse, it'd say it would, but it wouldn't reverse. So I drove somewhere the night that I got it, because I was going out but I wasn't drinking. Ended up drinking because my car was broke, so I thought, right, drown my sorrows and leave my car there. So that's what we did, and picked it up the next day. But I parked my car, oh my god. But I parked my car there obviously overnight, but I had to push my car into the space. My boyfriend and my friend's boyfriend at the time had to push my car into a space, because it wouldn't move, so they had to push it. Anyway, that car had to go back, so then I had another courtesy car. So that's Mercedes 1, Mercedes 2, courtesy car. Obviously that doesn't count as an actual car, but I still had that for about 2 weeks. Got a refund for that car. Then I got a Fiat, so there's 4 cars. Had that car for not that long because I'd gone from my Nissan Micra, which was a small car, and then I went to a massive car, I went to my Fiesta, which was obviously bigger. Then I went to my Mercedes, which was huge. It's like a 4x4, like a small 4x4. Then the A-Class that I had wasn't huge, but it was quite long and it was still quite a big car. Then I'd gone to a Fiat, which was absolutely fine, and it was a good car, but it just wasn't for me. Like a small car, because I've had a bump before and because I've been in bigger cars, I just felt safer in a bigger car. And I had my Fiat for a while, and I had my Fiat for a while, and I was like, right, now, do you know what? I said to myself years ago, I don't need it. As long as it gets you from A to B, that's what I used to say before I started driving. But do you know what? If you like cars, you like cars. And some guy's actually watching me, and I don't know why. I was literally spinning heads. What? I can't remember what I was saying. I think it was something to do with my Fiat. Anyway, I got rid of that. And then I got this car because I wanted a big car, but I didn't want to pay a lot. And this was actually a really good deal for what I got. So, I love it. Anyway, I've arrived at the Trafford Centre. I'm going to probably carry on with this on the way back because I've literally rambled for the whole time it took me to get here. What time is it now? I don't even know what time it is. But yeah, I'm going to go in. Literally, I'm one of them people, right? Got to the Trafford Centre and parked literally miles away. I was driving and thinking, why is everyone off on a Tuesday afternoon? Like, people not at work. I'm like, I'm that people. I'm not at work. So I'm gonna go in Trafford Centre. I'm gonna carry on with the drive for me when I get back. So I will see you soon. Ah, we're here. We're here. Ah, there's Starbucks. Oh my god, there's a drive-through at Krispy Kreme. No, we're going to Starbucks. And I'm gonna get a soy milk vanilla latte.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get for you?
Hi, can I get a soy milk latte with sugar-free vanilla syrup?
Yep, well, trying to medium.
Yes, please.
And it's a hot one, yeah?
Yeah, can I have it extra hot if you can?
Yep, well,
thank you. That's everything, thank you.
Well, it's $3.85 around the window.
Thank you. Every time I come to Starbucks or somewhere, I always want a frappuccino, but literal sugar overload. I need to chill out. I've already had a boost. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Oh, thanks so much. Secured the bag, and it says caution sharp left turn, so get ready for whiplash, everyone. Oh, I need to park somewhere so I can stick his back up. I'll let this guy go. Guys, we're all good in the hood, we're all back stuck down. I'm just gonna have a taste of this. I should have literally just got one shot of coffee because they have done it extra hot as well, so I'm a bit scared to drink it. Wow. That is good. That definitely is a good job. It's got 2 espresso shots in it. We're on the way home. We're on the way to the car wash. Right, guys, if you don't know this song, then where have you been your whole life? I'm just gonna play a little clip. Hold on. Oh, and just enjoy my singing, okay? Let's take them back. 91, I stepped in this game. After what's the for 1 month, things ain't been the same, and I can't complain. I reached out to you and told you what I've been through. Hated a little down, the dogs on top, and I'm gonna shine. If you actually have never had a soy milk vanilla latte, you need to try it because, wow, unreal. It's very hot though. I hope everyone's enjoying this drive with me because I'm really enjoying this. Like, I feel like I'm sat in the car with my friends just having a chat. I mean, not that they're talking back because you can't talk back, but I love it. And what are we feeling about these 90s vibes today? Because I'm feeling, not gonna lie, I'm feeling myself a little bit today. This morning I felt so like rubbish about myself. I was just, you know, you just look at yourself and you just pick apart everything, and I was like, what am I doing? This was before I got changed, and I was just like picking apart myself, like, oh, I'm not going to go into it because it's just ridiculous and unnecessary. And I always try and think positive and try not to pick myself apart, and I try and fuel my body with good foods and look after myself, whatnot. But sometimes you do have days where you think, oh, I'm really not feeling myself today. I'm really got to be working really hard in the gym, working well. And anyway, then I put this outfit on, and sorry, I did my makeup and put my outfit on, and I thought, who is she? The bitch is back. I literally was like, put this outfit on. It's the most basic outfit ever. I've literally got an Opally jumpsuit on, my Stradivarius leather jacket, some boots I've had for years, and done my hair and makeup, and I've just got my little LV bag, like over the shoulder one, and I'm literally feeling myself. I think it's the hair, to be honest. Every time I have my hair like this, confidence boost to a T. And this headband is just, I mean, if I took this headband off, it would literally be like, and then all like a mane. But my hair is very lion's mane like, so I think if I make it like a nice lion's mane, then why the hell not? So anyway, that is just me saying, if you're not feeling happy or confident when you wake up in the morning and you want to feel a bit more confident, then just make yourself feel better. Put some makeup on, get ready. Look, not that you need to put makeup on to make yourself feel better, but what made me feel better today was making an effort with myself, not rushing in the morning, and just doing something for me. Literally, it's nearly 3 o'clock and there's so many other things I need to do, but I did something for me. And literally I didn't even really need to go to a shopping centre, but I just thought, do you know what, I want to do a bit of a drive with me. If I ever am in like a sad mood or not happy or whatever, doing a little drive with me, or getting in the car, just makes me feel like a million times better. So I thought, why the hell not? And I feel great, and now I feel more motivated to go home and do all the jobs that I need to do, because I've done something for myself which I never normally do.